What's up, everyone? 1/6ers, quarter scalers, and the Plutonians I play football with on a Sunday afternoon. Welcome to another edition of Figure This, Figure That, the Don's Figure Chat. Right, today we're doing another recruit into Easy Company, which is Major Richard Winters from Band of Brothers, made by Facepool. So as we go down, he's got the weapon, which I think is oh no, let me not say, I'll look that up and tell you in the next pose. He's got similar webbing to what the guys, the DID Saving Private Ryan guys have, but except in the exception that this is a paratrooper, not a ranger. So you can see he comes with a better harness system. He's got his front sack still on, which would carry anything and everything. So if you look at him, he's basically just taken off the big parachute and he's coming into camp to see what's what in the shop, so to speak. He's got a metal stall duck. The weapon is made of plastic, sadly, but the rest of the outfit is really, really good, He's also got the officer's issue 45 on his hip there. He also real leather boots with laces. He's got a K-bar knife on the side, and he also comes with the bayonet for this particular rifle. You can see he's still got the chin strap tied under the helmet. He's literally just landed. If you come over here, this is the art box, which is quite a dope photo, and they've taken a photo of the actual figure. So to me, that's even better, because you can see immediately what you're getting. So there you get him, US Paratrooper, platoon leader, Easy Company, 2nd Battalion, Major Richard Winters. He comes with 2 fragmentation grenades. That's an extra ammo pouch. The bayonet, which looks really, really dope. Some hands. And I think if you are collectors already, you can tell it's those hard plastic hands. But a bit of hot water and they slip on and off so quickly. These 2 here are for putting the bayonet on to the rifle. But to me, it's also for holding a cigar. But I don't know if he smokes. He comes with some wraparounds to cover up the shiny parts. There's another clip in there that goes with that magazine pouch. As I say, 2 plastic grenades, and the knife is plastic as well, so a bit disappointing. He also comes with 2 magazines, a full change out outfit of outer bush jacket and cargo pants. He also comes with the extra head sculpt, and I'll show you that when I dress him in the new uniform. I never really watched the show Band of Brothers. I watched a few, but not to say I know much about it, but I believe that when he first joined, he didn't know jack shit, and he only joined to get away from the draft, because the draft was coming. And he signed up for a year, but then war started and he was forced to remain in the army. Anyway, apparently where he was stationed, he stood up and did a whole review demonstration on a rifle, only to find out he had the wrong rifle in his hands. So then he thought, no, he's way out of his league. You can all correct me if I'm wrong, and signed up for Paratrooper school. Did Paratrooper school, was assigned to Easy Company, under the guy from Friends. What's his name? Ross. He was a sadistic, evil platoon leader, and this guy, Major Dick Winters, Richard Winters, was he's 2IC, and he put him through hell. I've seen one or two of those episodes where he was making them run and do shit after a meal when they weren't supposed to in the rain, and yeah, so he was a right bastard, I believe. You get them, you know, piss with power. You get them in every unit. But yeah, eventually I believe he went on to become a really, really good platoon leader, which is kudos for him. And it's based on a real person. I only found it out this morning. He only died in 2011, may he rest in peace. But yeah, so based on a real person, and some of it is real exploits and adventures that this guy went through paratrooper school and into the war. You can see his rank on his shirt lapel there, Major, the same as the Rangers. He's also got the insignia on his left hand lapel. There you can see Easy Company on the helmet. That was their emblem. What is this rifle, man? It's bugging me that I forgot what it is. It's not an Enfield, but let's say it's an Enfield. You can see where the clip goes. There's a clip there. I think it's about 8 bullets, I think. Which is not bad, but 8 bullets wouldn't get you very far. We've got him in a sandpit, in a bunker. And I must admit, he looks quite dope, eh? I wasn't expecting him to look so dope. But yeah, very nice figure. I bought this off a fellow collector, Mark. And he's got some dope military figures. And I thought, yeah, why not? But as much as the likeness is great, done by Facepool, and the uniform is really, really good, the weapons and the hands are a big drawback for me, anyway, for me. As I say, though, a bit of hot water and you're away. But I was just speaking to my aunt just now in South Africa via FaceTime. And I was speaking to her and my dad, and I turned the video around so they could see him. And she the first thing she says was, no, he looks like an action man of old. Doesn't look anything like the figures you were doing the last few days. So I said, no, it's still, you know, this, that. But when you look at the shine on the hands, you know, the paint app on the hands. But I suppose you could always change out the body, you know. The outfit is really, really, the tailoring is really, really good. The leather boots, really good. Also, doesn't come with a stand. But, yeah, that's no deal breaker. I like him. He's like that Greek fighter. He grows on you a lot. The more you see of him. I mean, you know, he's got all the bells and whistles. I tightened everything up this morning so we could get him on video looking his best. Now, who was saying, was it my dad? He was saying that looks like his reserve chute in front that he's still got on. I don't think it is, though. I don't think it is. It's a bag that is strapped to your webbing that you've got a lot of important shit in that you don't lose when you hit the ground, you know? But yeah, I like him. Very dope figure. And my aunt also said to me this morning, she said, yeah, I've been counting how many times you say dope. And the record, I think, was 12, and I've got it down to 5. So now I'm using Dopalicious, which, if you're in the groups, you know I use that word quite a bit as well as fellow collectors. So I'll have to 303 wipe the boots, the scabbard off his K-bar, and I'll have to do this rifle sling Otherwise, I can see deterioration happening big time. He's got the American Stars and Stripes on that side. I don't know if he's got any insignia on the other side. He should have his unit. Oh, there you go. There we go. Can you see it there? Airborne. Yeah, there's his water bottle. Very dope outfit to be in, eh? Airborne. Really, really good. I mean, their paratroopers were trained to the highest level, eh? So there you can see the standard military issue knife. Yeah, he is nice, eh? He's quite a dope piece. I think so. I mean, they've nailed his face, Damian Lewis, big time. I mean, look there. You can see it on that one straight away. So there's not much change in the facial expression that I can see. This one, he's just got a more open mouth. And let me just check. Oh, that feels plastic. I thought it was die cast. So, not good, not good, not good. But it doesn't hurt the figure. You know what I mean? It still looks dope. Looks really dope, actually. Dope, 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 dope. Yeah, just beat my record. Okay, well, that's him in this pose. Let's have him putting the bayonet on and getting ready for an attack. Maybe we can have a stand easy pose and 1 or 2 attack poses. What do you think? I can see you nodding in the background, so I'll take that as an affirmative. And as we say in the classics, I'll be back. What's up? It's me back, ready to fix bayonets for over the trench bayonet charge. Must be one of the scariest orders that they ever gave back in the day. Can you imagine? You've got to run that thing through somebody. So he's loaded up a couple of grenades. He's filled up his ammo pouches. Oh, and by the way, that's the Garand. G-A-R-A-N-D. Very similar to the G3. Yeah, as I was saying, loaded up his ammo pouches. He's in a jump over parapet pose. The boots are quite dope, actually. Yeah, real leather. And when you lace them up, it feels like you're lacing up real boots, eh? So, yeah, as I say, jumping out and over the parapet to get into some bayonet action. Very easy figure to pose, does most of the work for you. I don't know what bodies Facepool use, but it seems to be quite a good body. All the joints are nice and tight. Holds a pose quite easily. The only articulation that is hindered, I would say, are the ankles because of the boots. But I mean, that's no biggie. I've got him on a crutch grabber, one of those transparent ones, which have really come in super handy, eh, for poses like this. Yeah, the rifle cocks, but the magazine slot doesn't open. But still, I'm sure we can get a pose with him loading the rifle. Still in his landing fatigues. And yeah, he really looks the part, eh? Really looks the part. Can you, oh man, you can just imagine when that order comes through and you've got a horde of Germans running down on you. You must shit yourself, eh? To run a bayonet through someone is not an easy thing to do, eh? To shoot someone is hard enough. But yeah, to go into a bayonet charge and face someone with a bayonet, because there is certain tactics or drills, maneuvers that you can do with the bayonet attached. So at that time, that really just takes over your mind and you act without even thinking. You just hear the call of fixed bayonets. And yeah, off you go on a wild and wonderful expedition with the Germans facing you doing the same thing. So yeah, very, very scary, eh? I don't know why he just didn't lob a grenade or use his Colt 45. But you have to do what you're told. I never thought these sandbags would come in so handy. They make a dope little addition to an already very dope figure. The hands, although are of that hard plastic, I must admit, change out easy enough. I was quite impressed with that. I was expecting to have to hot water them or hairdryer. But yeah, look at that, man. You can't because the focus goes. Eee, very, very nice piece. It's not DID quality. The tailoring is, I'd say it's up there with DID. But the accessories, no. They still look dope, don't get me wrong. But it just, I don't know, adds a different level to the figure when you've got die-cast and wood weapons. And yeah, it doesn't need a body change out. As I was saying, the body's quite sweet. The hands are horrible. It's those hard plastic hands, although change out easily enough. So from here, we'll go into loading the weapon into a different pose and see how we can get him looking. I mean, over there, he looks so commandeering, so in charge. But yeah, warfare is a different kettle of fish, eh? Different kettle of fish entirely. So, oh, sorry, I had to scratch my nose. It was itching. Yeah, Major Richard Winters from Band of Brothers. So, there's the sheath of his bayonet. There's the clip that we're going to be loading just now. His hands, the extra magazine pouch. Over here, we've taken off his parachute bag, which is loaded with whatever, documents, whatever, for the jump, so he doesn't have to go looking for them. They attach to his chest. There's the map, extra ammo bandoliers. There's the outfit that we're going to be putting on him just now with the new head sculpt. As I say, there's not much change between the head sculpts other than this one's got a more open mouth. But yeah, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I mean, I was setting up and breaking up DID figures the whole week. And yeah, they are just something else. They really are. For the level that they go to, you know, they really are something else. And this Facepool figure, as I say, is not bad at all. The tailoring is just as good. I think it's just the plastic weapons let it down. But anyone looking at it in the display wouldn't know that. So yeah, he presents a very impressive figure. And for me, that's what it's all about, you know. What he looks like in the cabinet with the rest of the lads. And he looks dope. Dope, 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 dope. And these little clips that you have to attach the ammo belts and water bottle and that to the webbing. Yeah, what a pain in the butt, eh? So I usually just call Muate. He's got the patience to do it. Mine will end up out the bloody window. So as I was saying, I need to throw through the boots. You can already see, I don't know if it comes out on camera, where the toe looks like it's coming away from the sole, but it's not. It's just the way that the pleather lever has been glued to the sole. So yeah, there's the laces. There's his K-bar. And yeah, he's just about to go out and run his bayonet through a couple of Nazis. Which I can't see anything wrong with. Why have a bayonet if you don't use it? Maybe now you can see the rank better on his shirt lapel. You can't see the I keep on calling them parabats. It's parabat is a paratrooper in South Africa. It was an elite unit to get into. You can't see it on his lapel there. You can just see the insignia on his arm, Airborne. So yeah, it was quite an honor to be in the Airborne as well, eh? Okay, well, I'll leave it like that. Let's go in and change up the pose. I'll be back. Right, that's me back. We've got him in a kneeling pose, loading his garant. You can see that the slide is cocked back. I don't know if you can make that out. You can see the opening on top. Now, I'm not too sure with the garant if the rounds were fed in from the top or from the bottom. So I've just got him holding the rounds. Can you see them there? And yeah, I think that thing underneath is an ejector more so than where you load, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong entirely. So yeah, as I say, the body poses so easy, eh? Very nice tight joints, double bend knees, double bend elbows. So you can basically get him in any pose you want to, really. And again, the same as the DID ones, there's no stress on the outfit and there's no stress on the actual figure. Because it's just, as I say, 2 bent knees, 2 bent elbows. And because it's not Fission or anything like that, you can do that with these figures without worrying that something's going to perish or give. He's loaded his grenades, ready to throw. There we go. He's got his ammo belts, bandoliers. He's just taken ammo out of this one. And there's his map. It looks like a topographical map. Come down here. There's all his hands. Yeah. You come over here and I've opened up the jacket so you can see the Airborne insignia better. Yeah, you had that on your sleeve. You were, yeah, a tough bugger. If you see, like in Mel Gibson in, what was that, Lethal Weapon, he was part of Airborne and Special Forces. So those were the real deal, you know. And as I said in the first segment, he did go to Paratrooper school to learn how to jump. And yeah, the whole move. Very nice figure though, eh? I've really loved doing these military figures over the last 2-3 days. Really have. Those Private Ryan ones are just something special, eh? And this guy is no slouch himself, you know. He's holding up his own. I think if they had to do a weapon comparison, then he would know DID make better weapons than Facepool. But he doesn't know that because he's never spoken to them. Very nice figure. Very nice figure. And these things inside there, those strips of green, are what you would use to cover any shiny bits on your outfit or your weapon, so that you don't become a target, literally and figuratively a target. So yeah, what do you all think of Major Richard Winters, And I said, the real guy only passed in 2011, which is not that long ago, you know. So my respect and my heart goes out to his family, even though it was 10 years ago. In some way or form, these guys gave so much to the world's freedom that, yeah, they deserve respect, eh? Even though I'm only talking about an action figure, these things are so accurate as to what they were, you know. And I know they can't put every expression in the book on these head sculpts because you can't please everybody. So I'm quite chuffed that I've got 2 head sculpts to play with, even if it doesn't really change much from this one with an open mouth to the one with a closed mouth. You must be pissed off with a closed mouth. Let's see if we can see Stars and Stripes a bit better. There we go. There's his 45. Very nice weapon, that 1911. I've shot them quite a few times, and yeah, beautiful handgun, eh? Beautiful handgun. I used to carry a 357 in civilian life, 357 Magnum. Beautiful gun with combat grips. The barrel was shortened, and I used to carry these rounds called eliminators. It was like a dum-dum with a plastic head, and then it had a titanium circle with, was it aluminium behind it? And the titanium would, as it hit, split into pieces, which in turn would break up the aluminium head. So yeah, quite a lethal weapon, eh? They were called eliminators. I mean, I used to go up into the mine dumps and shoot. And I'll tell you what, we used to, there was I think it was 1-inch thick steel plate there that someone had brought up, obviously, to shoot at. And although my round didn't go through this 1-inch thick steel, it most certainly did a valiant effort. So yeah, very potent weapon, eh? So you can imagine what this 45 does. It's almost like a Clint Eastwood handgun, except automatic, you know. There you can see the hard plastic hands. But in changing out the hands for these different poses, yeah, I haven't encountered a problem. It was only the trigger hand that I had to heat up a bit with hot water so I could get it around the rifle lacquer. But I mean, yeah, very, very dope figure, and it helps you pose because you're so confident in the way he feels. It makes a hell of a difference. You don't feel as if you're going to break something every time you touch it. So, yeah, very nice figure, Peter. Okay, so let's go for one more pose. Maybe a shooting pose. Then we'll dress him up in his new outfit and do one pose with that. Sweet? Sweet. One last pan over. And then up to Major Winters. There we go. Okay, Major, or Dick, as you were called. Just keep a check on those watching. If they move, shoot them. I'll be back. Okay, that's me back. Weapon loaded, ready to rock and roll. So we'll go in for a close-up. As I say, the figure lends itself to posing so well that you can get these type of poses. It was even easier to pose and get in this firing shot than the DID was. There's his water bottle on the back. He's standing, one leg resting on the parapet for better support. I've left the ammo here so you can have a better look at it. It really is quite nice, eh? They've done a good job on that. There's his map of the area. held down by his bandoliers, the famous car bar, his patrol bag. There again is his other dress. That doesn't go in focus because of the light. But here we have him, the man in question. Look at that, man. Sorry, he actually, let's try that again. We'll zoom in on this. There you go. Shooting you right in the eye. Right in the eye he's going to. But yeah, nice, eh? Be a lacquer pose in lacquer means nice. Would be a lacquer pose in my display cabinet like this, along with the Private Ryan figures. I must speak to IC Customs and see what we can do about getting a sandpit built, you know, like one of these where you've dug the hole. Obviously he didn't dig it, he's an officer. But dig the hole, line it with sandbags, which he didn't fill because he's an officer. And yeah, make a parapet. There you can see his emblem. I'm not too sure what that depicted. It looks like a spade. So maybe it was in a spade company, something like that. But yeah, super nice, eh? And as I say, so easy to pose. The body just lends itself to posing. There you can see his web belt and the little clips that attach these ammo belts and such to it. They are a nightmare. Yeah, very nice indeed. I like him, eh? He's grown on me big time, especially when they lend themselves to posing. Then you're just over the moon, you know. All right, that's me back, folks, as we go in for a double-bladed knife stance. So as you can see, he's got his bayonet as the stabbing weapon, and that's why it's thrust out with the straight arm. He's got the double-edged, well, it's not double-edged because that piece on the outside is a false edge, but still it's sharp enough to slash. So he's protecting the box, which is from the neck to the groin, and also can easily leap off the back foot or the front foot to do a stabbing technique or a slash with the box hand. And as people think that knife fighting, it's an art. It's an art, it really is. To get it right, you have to train and train and train and train. I suppose like anything that you're doing physically. It's all about training so that your actions just follow. You don't have to think about them. So I like this pose. The style duck is off. Would have just got in the way. So he's just landed. He hasn't had time to reload his weapon, which is there. Style duck is off. And he's threw the bayonet sheath away because you could use that to protect the box. He would use that in that hand and use the other one as offensive. But a bayonet is only made for stabbing. During the World Wars, they would sharpen them to make it a double-edged blade, but they would also sharpen entrenching tools as well to use as a slash, you know. It's a dirty business fighting with knives. It's up close and personal, and it's very difficult to look in someone's eyes, even if it's a time of war, and start poking him full of holes. Not easy at all, but they taught, so it becomes a reflex instead of an action that you think about to do. You get the set of fatigues, you get the Paratrooper outfit, 2 head sculpts. That one in the box. And this one. Yeah, I know. There's not much difference, I know. But the one's got an open mouth, one hasn't. So there he is. That's the art box. And as good as he looks there, he does look in person, I must admit. It's made by Facepool. No, not Deadpool, Facepool. He comes with a selection of hands. 2 trigger hands, pair of fists, 1 expressive hand, 2 fragmentation grenades, an extra clip of bullets, just to show what the clip looks like. He comes with the map. He comes with a camouflage for any shiny object. He comes with his Paratrooper bag that he lands with and keeps on him. Once he's down on the ground, gets rid of the chute, gets rid of the bag of the chute, and that would have quite a bit of his stuff in. That's the sheath of the bayonet. Comes with the helmet, real leather boots and laces, well, leatherette. 2 magazine bandoliers, his Garand rifle, and yeah, that's it. Oh, and his K-bar that he's got in his hand, which is the one protecting the box, that one with the false edge. At first when I took it out, I thought it was a Fairburn Sykes blade, which is what the SAS use. It's a double-edged blade all the way. Can be used for slashing, stabbing, anything like that. When they put a false edge on like that, you can use it for all sorts of things without damaging the main cutting edge. Comes with a 45 officer's issue, also in the leatherette. He's got the full harness of a paratrooper with web belt, water bottle, Dixie cup, and various magazine pouches. So yeah, I love him. He's grown on me, as much as he hasn't got the expressive face, and I'm kind of liking him in this khaki outfit, in the paratroopers. I keep on meaning to say parabats, and that's South African. Yeah, it was an elite force over there, the parabats, second only to the recce's. So these guys are held in high esteem, very high esteem. Any airborne troops are held in high esteem because of what they go through to get there. And obviously jumping out of a plane is not for everybody. You get some guys that jump so low that they were nicknamed meat pies, because if they miss their chute opening, they would land on the ground like a squashed meat pie. So they got the name of meat pies. That was a low-level dive. I've been at this the whole day. But I love every minute. I wouldn't ask for anything else to be doing, except maybe having a nice, beautiful woman by my side. But then again, those are very few and far between at my age. Okay. Right then, all you military buffs, I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please hit subscribe. Leave a comment or two. See if you agree with my knife fighting techniques or the way I stand him. Because, as I say, he's got the anchor foot at the back. He's got the lead foot at the front. So you can rock back and stand firm, or you can jump on the lead foot to come forward with a stab or a slash. Yeah, nice. That's really, really nice. Okay, so I'm going to leave you here with Captain Winters. Please hit subscribe, hit like, tell me what you think. Do you like the new format? Although it's not really new anymore. I've used it a few times, but still new to us. Yeah, and see if you like what we're doing with these poses. and the way we're explaining the figures, where it's not so much a review, but what I like and why I've got the figure. So yeah, we're all going on a summer holiday. Okay, I'll shut up. Right then, so that's me. All of you keep safe, keep healthy, try and stay happy. If I don't see you through the window, I'll see you in the groups. So for now, the Don and Major Winter says, peace out.